Science, Sastikal, Namaskar, Adab. Welcome to the second half of my show. Running the show every Monday at 9:40 p.m. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your appreciation across the globes of UK, Europe, America, Canada, Australia. Watching the health shows, watching the cook shows every Saturday at 11:30, every Wednesday at 7:45 p.m., 11:30 a.m. on a Saturday. And then the chat shows are every Monday at 12:15. It's a ladies chat show. It's my guests are gents. My guests are spiritual leaders. We try to bring messages which are issues in this Western world, and my journeys in Africa, and our lifestyle in Africa, and how our parents brought us up, and what are we missing with our children. Folks, in the beginning I did say life is not living, but being in health. He who takes health has everything. He who has hope of getting back to good health has everything. Money at thelastminute.com cannot buy health, because you've reached a point where the body is now in cellular detoxification, and when it comes to organ failure and one organ becomes a burden to another, your body will not promote good health. You will not be promoting a well-being. It might be mind over matter, and your spirit, your inspiration can beat every medicine's diagnosis. If you missed a show, one of my shows where a mother very graciously came up with her child who had had a hemorrhage, a brain hemorrhage, and what was the thing they had to sign? That their child will not have good memory. His concentration will be poor. Obviously, that would hit his confidence down to zero, and his data recall memory would be appallingly affected because of where the neurons and axons had to be cut to get his brain from weeping, where the hemorrhage had taken place and caused the damage in the brain tissue. This mother, so determined, having listened to a call channel, approached me by phone because of the distance they live, and really pleaded that she can't come, need a phone consultation. After 1 hour, I was getting confident to say I can help the child. We sent the remedies out, and for the 3.5–4 months to the build-up of his GCSE, his mother religiously kept ordering the medicines, and I got more and more confident to give him something more and more vibrant from myself of memory enhancing, memory tonic, और ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਆਪਾਂ launch ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ memory ਲਈ ਹੈ, brain food ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ, super brain food ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ with the essential fats that incorporated to the healing process of the scar tissues in the brain, to get this child to have 8 A stars and A's with 2 B's, and he has proven every medical doctor wrong. He is now taking sciences and wants to do medical, maybe even a brain surgeon. That is the kirpa of the mother, her graciousness of taking my suggestions, putting the food into the on the table, making sure her child is having the products, and he has reaped benefit, and so confident now to doing A levels, where they actually said he cannot move, his studies will be hugely impaired and affected. God is great. He's also great when you are great in thinking about him. He's also so graciously giving blessings when you are determined to bypass every medical diagnosis. Oda hath, odi akh, badi sureeli hai, badi daya karda Akal Purukh, aur kinne lokan di cancers nu vi prove karta there is no cancer. Kinne doctors nu prove karta that they can live beyond the lifetime that doctors have given. जमना और मन्ना उस अकाल पुरख दे हथ विच आ, पर थोड़े हाथ दे विच की है to promote on these targets that I'm helping you to understand today. What are these targets? Why are they going to benefit you? What do they do to you, your children, your offsprings, your grandchildren to come tomorrow? To stop using microwaves, to stop using foil packing, to stop using plasticware, to get for PET, that's the PET, which are plastics which are going through special layering so the plastic fumes don't affect your food. Some plastics are said suitable for microwaves. I would Probably not do that. Go for glass casseroles. What's wrong with casseroles? We get so many cheap casseroles aajkal de samay. So really, we close the note on looking at rich antioxidants. Now comes in grounding and walking on bare grass, literally without shoes and socks. We pick up negative ions and we get positively charged. Ever go to a water stream where you'll pick up the ions as the water from a waterfalls or rolling water in a stream will give you happy hormones? Go for a morning walking in a moving stream area. You'll be picking up the most amazing positive ions and negative ions, which are charged when water actually combines and crashes with another molecule of water to give you the most amazing ions. So amazing. So connect with Ma Tarti, not with shoes, not with on clean grass if it's at home, and making sure you're not stepping on dog poo. Some obviously strictly lot of parks do not allow dog fouling, and there is poo boxes where they need to dump the dog poo. Keep your child in your hands, making sure wherever any dog is loose, they don't actually attack your child. A lot of dogs have caused massive trauma to children by attacking them while children are very innocently playing in the park, so be very careful. Obviously, reducing the dependency on sugar in every form. Diwali is gone. The next one will be Halloween's come and gone. The next one will be the festive season of December. The whole world is crippled with sugar. The whole world is crippled with chocolate industry, where they are putting 4 different dangerous amounts and huge amounts of sugar. Ever been to a factory of chocolate and see the tankers that come to deliver white sugar, which has been blasted with sand to make it white? Not the good, not the demerara sugar, not the brown sugar, going on to white sugar, the most dangerous sugar. Obviously, then improving essential fats balance. Why do I keep going to essential fats, which is actually so highly incorporated in the pinya? For the blood sugar pinya, we put in a different essential fat. For the joint pinya, we put in a different essential fat. For the cholesterol, we put in a different essential fat. Everything is hidden in this pinni that you need to embrace 2 to 3 a day, before food, 2 hours after food. And we literally put a red label on the beautiful box saying, do not consume with Indian tea and milk. And they say, cha nahi pee sakde, bilkul nahi pee sakde. And I've endorsed on green tea and chicory tea, and people still think cha is a situation. Why not go for a little bit of filtered coffee? 2 cups a day or 4 times a week is good enough, but filtered. I'm not talking about processed roast bean coffee. I'm talking about filtered coffees. And essential fats which are incorporated in the pinya, with the most worst stomach cancers, where people have had 1/3 of their stomach removed, have also ingested pinya. They were so worried when they bought them. They were like, pata nahi hajam hoi gaya, pata nahi hajam hoi gaya. And so delicately were they made that they were super impressed that the pinya caused them no reactions, and they felt ever so good. These are people whose stomachs have been cut off, those who have had 1/3 of their tongue cut off, or stomach cancers where the stomach pouch has been cut off, where the colon pipes been cut off, and even people with colitis having pinya. Again, what are we doing? You're feeding your body with the essential fats. Preserving the gut integrity as a colon specialist. So again, मेरा clinic the number the appointments बनाओ 07886880591. Monday to Saturday appointments ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. Talking always about promoting your well-being, no matter what your illness is. सारा broad spectrum illnesses ਆਪਾਂ cover ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ. बहुत ज़्यादा ਵਧੀਆ extracts, potions, lotions, creams, oils ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੁਦ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਨੇ, very niche Ayurveda products. But the clinic number lines are only from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. not रात ਦੇ 9:30 ਵਜੇ, 10:30 ਵਜੇ, 11:30 ਵਜੇ. ਕੋਈ emergency ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ till the next morning, please. So ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਵੀ show ਹੈ, do not call after 8 p.m. Save the number. ਦੂਸਰੇ ਦਿਨ ਹਰ ਹਾਲਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we endorse on taking all the calls and answering your calls back and responding to them. Reducing factors that compromise the digestions of bad foods, that is gluten. The whole world is affected by gluten, the chicken, the stickiness in this white flour, which is improved white flour, which is improved wheat flour, which is Canada da aata kende ji bada vadiya. It's a load of selling market. I'm sorry, they are flours that are 5-grain flours that are mixed. They are very good spelt flours. They are good organic wheat flours. There's very good organic buckwheat flour, not gluten. If you have missed my cook shows about celiac children, celiac customers, I am shocked that in some of my trips to America and with American friends, I have found that over 45% of Americans who were on this cruise had gluten sensitivity. Wow. It was a big eye-opener for me. Alcohol, a huge problem that causes huge amount of disturbances. A stomach pH levels, a massive load to the liver, a massive load to the gut, leaky gut, causing massive trauma to these organs by using something that's gone to fermentation. But this is bad fermentation of wheat with yeast. Then look at sharabi di jeeb. Look at sharabi janani di jeeb. It be full of fungus and bacteria. Terrible. Their tongues are quite appalling, and the tongue gives me so much information about what is the cracks and the funguses and the inflammation of the liver and what is happening to the back of the buccal cavity of the mouth. Mouth cancer is a huge problem. On YouTube you can see my shows which was about mouth matters. Huge amount of Punjabis in Kenya, so shameful to say, sade Punjabi veer chewing tobacco pan, vadiya to top number have now got contracted mouth cancer. Having a lot of oral sex and using things that can affect your mouth are causing huge issues with mouth problems with people, huge problems. Obviously, chronic low-grade gut infection causing huge amount of problems in this for targets of my health, which are low-grade infections, ho sakdiyan ne the parasites. It could be when the small intestine, the villi, 23 feet long, cannot digest food because the villi are reduced or they are collapsed, or the ectopic villi, where you are clinically a very serious celiac patient who cannot absorb vitamins and minerals. Allergens and not allergies. First I'm looking at allergens, which is one of the key factors and targets that I would try to get rid of, would be the airborne allergens. And airborne allergens ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ broad spectrum ਆਉਂਦਾ ਆ. There is hay fever, there is asthma, there is dust mite allergy, there is carpet allergy, there is domestic chemicals, there is candle fume allergies, there is incense allergies, there are gross, pollen, winter tree allergies. It's numerous, something that was not there 50 years ago if you saw the last show. And then obviously those allergies what your body cannot break up become sensitivities and become allergies. Then food sensitivity step in because your gut is not healthy, your colon is not healthy, you've not had good fecal evacuation through the past, either you have been anorexic or the bulimia, and you have degenerated your colon health and shrunk it down to a pencil-thin colon that should be 1.5 inches in radius, but not having strictured colon, not having ballooned colon, not having a wobbly colon, not having a colon ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਵੱਟ ਪਿਆ. fecal matter ਨਿਕਲਣਾ ਕਿਦਾਂ, which is the waste matter ਜਿਹੜੀ body ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. Fill in a vacuum cleaner. Can you get rid of, pick up the garbage from the carpet if your vacuum bag is full? That's the same thing with the colon. I'm just simplifying it for you. Increasing, obviously, looking at the milk and wheat. Milk is not for human beings. Sorry, after the age of 3, we cannot digest the lactulose and the casein. We can't. Simple. Wheat, wheat, wheat. Morning to evening Punjabi diet is wheat. English diet has become wheat. Walk into the store, you're tempted by all this huge yeast-laden wheat products, and bagel is like throwing a brick in your stomach. Don't expect a bagel to be digested for 4 days minimum. It's like throwing a it in your stomach. Americans are so constipated. Walk through 40-foot aisles in America, in New York, drug stores they call them, which are chemist stores here, and you will see aisles full of constipation, IBS, diarrhea, acidity, acid reflux, heartburn, digestion problems, bloatedness, goes on and on and on. But what's happening? Their food, grazing like elephants all day. Sorry, that's the truth. Obviously, looking at good fibers, food rich in fiber, so you don't bloat, you don't cramp. Good fiber, which is, soluble fiber, not insoluble fiber. The fiber that comes in would be the dry fruits, that would be the buckwheat flour, good vegetables, good amount of vegetables, organic, good amount of fruits. Again, these are fiber, raw food. Eat a celery stick, amazing, huge amount of fiber. Eat a carrot, amazing. Eat a raw pindi, wow, huge amount of vitamin E. Nigerians eat raw pindi and they have really great skin, Looking at gut flora, again, one of my targets in my story today of my clinic and, the pinya, the gut, the lungs, the liver, the allergies, the colon cleansing, the kidney stones and the gallstones and the stomach enzymes. It's a whole story, so complex that I hope you can go to Good Thoughts to bed and say, I really need to take some advice from Dr. Manjeet. Follow it. Ring me up for a proper health consultation. Come for a MOT of your body. Sometimes symptoms are small and you think you can let go, but don't buy time. Don't play with time. If your car is not functioning, the tires are not under good pressure, the first thing you run to do is that's your mode of travel. This body is your mode of movement and living and embracing this beautiful human life that God has given us. Let's pause to think what we are doing. So supporting the healthy bacteria, getting rid of the load of parasites, flukes, funguses, huge amount of bad guts and methane gas in the colon, so important. Also support and improve your digestive juices in your stomach with the amazing program that I have. Supplementing that with fermented foods and friendly bacteria is one of my biggest targets as a gut specialist. What happens with the friendly bacteria and fermented foods? Fermented foods help with enzymes that increase your digestion. It helps absorb nutrients. We have become a world of popping vitamins and pills. Those people who are constipated, ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ toilet ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੱਗਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ every 2 to 3 times a day, there is no point for me to give you vitamins and pills because you're not going to evacuate them. Over 65% of people who are having vitamins and pills, and the cheapest grade of vitamin and pills you're buying from stores and buying another one for a penny or 2 penny. The glass bottle has nothing much but a lot of dead stuff and a lot of bulking agents, and your colon is not going to excrete undigested tablet which has not broken through your stomach because the heat is not right, because your stomach enzymes are not correct, because the pH levels of the colon are acidic, and the pill is going to pass out in the toilet as it is. Obviously, when you have a good amount of good food, that will help the need for you to have more vitamins and pills because you don't need them. What you need more is minerals, and then I come into vitamins. Probiotics is the biggest equation into the gut bacteria. Yogurts, good flora or probiotic yogurts, again good quality. Natto, a very good one. Kimchi, a very good fermented food. Tempeh, a very good fermented food, and some pickles, very good fermented food. Obviously, one of the biggest problems that we keep saying and we keep addressing is reduce sugar dependency. How long is it going to take? How many more shows is it going to take? Maybe my lifetime screaming about sugar dependency. Look at young children through every festive season will be consuming about 2,500 calories, out of which over 1,500 will be dead food, which is pile up sugar and causing obesity. Our children are sluggish, our younger children are obese, our younger children are showing huge amount of sugar blues and mood swings and constipation and bloatedness and gas. And giving a child sugar is dead calories. Giving a child sugar will not give them a good appetite for a main meal. Giving a child, a packet of crisps fried in hydrogenated oils, in saturated oils, he's not going to feel hungry. And then you say that bachcha na meri roti nahi khanda, chutney vangar dal khanda, because you have already bunged it up with the food, which is rubbish, and that's called junk food with capital J. Obviously, reducing digestible sugars and thinking honey is great. Pause to think there is some sugar added in many honeys. There are other good products to go for. Agave, not looking at stevia as much because people get bloated with stevia. Agave sugar is good. And then looking at Manuka honey at quality brand, but again in low doses. Then looking at obviously grains, good grains and sprouting. I keep talking about sprouting, people won't do it. Women will go and take their husbands for blood sugar test every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, wasting GP time, wasting NHS money, and then saying, "Meko time nahi hega sprouting karanda." And then I say, that's it. Next time, in the next meeting, I will not talk about foods. You want to come, you don't want to do sprouting, ungra ke dala nahi khaniya, ungra ke seeds nahi khane, ungra ke broccoli, radish seeds, red broccoli, red radish, amazing taste in a sprouter. And I've only got 4 left for this year. Next year, I probably will not be ordering anything till after mid-year. So anybody wants to give a festive season present to your parents, get them a sprouter. Get that kitchen, that little live garden into your kitchen, which is only going to take about 14 inches space by 12 inches height. Most amazing food that you can have is good fiber live grains, which is the legume which has sprouted and now become live, high protein. Why are Punjabis all having saggy muscles and huge abdomens, massive abdomens, and yet you say, the doctor said, do you drink alcohol? No, that beer belly and that wheat bag in front of you is lack of the good fibers and good vegetables and good fruits and having stodgy carbohydrates and paneer and dudh and white milk and white bread. Obviously, then looking at starchy foods, look at the potato family, don't become like a potato. Look at the bread and the rice, look at red rice, which is a better choice, not white rice. Food timing is very important to help with mobiles of glycogen sugar and to induce ketosis, the side effect of fat burning. Intermittent fasting and juicing, again with special dedicated advice. Fasting and taking juicing, I'm not saying like fasting as particularly no food, but then I've talked about broths and I give information about what broths to have. We do the colon cleansing, we do the coffee implant, and that is a whole story. And neutralizing, removing the bad fats and neutralizing the ketosis and helping you to understand that masticating juicing is better than bulleting and firing that with a little chutney. Masticating juicing is the best way not to destroy the vitamins and the minerals. Let me now take you on to exercise and moving. Indian Bhangra is good if it's done within respectable means. Move your body. Zumba dancing became big, but that was just another form of Bhangra. Doing the stances in Indian Bhangra, great exercise. Massive amount of adrenaline when you move, when you dance, when you go for a good kind of a Zumba dance class. That is your good adrenaline. Lack of sleep will not induce peace of mind. Lack of confidence will not induce peace of mind if you're not confident. Obviously, then looking at poor relationship. If relationship is not good, then you are not going to be healthy. Detoxification foods, so the final minutes of the clock going down on me is dandelion. Look at dandelion. Sea vegetables in which comes in seaweed. Garlic, again really good. Apples, organic only. Turmeric, one of the best ways forward to help you for the the targets of health. How do we achieve that? With haldi and kachi haldi. Lemon and lemon juice, beets, artichoke, broccoli, spirulina, green tea, again dry, stone ground tea, not tea packets, grapefruit, asparagus, ginger, and flaxseed. The last thing is the juice of the day. Take a paper and pencil. You need a massive handful of dandelion leaves, 2 garlic, 1 green organic apple, 2 large pieces of turmeric haldi kachi, 1 inch by at least 2 inches of ginger, adrak, 4 florets of organic broccoli. That is really good. Has to be organic, please, folks. And looking at a massive 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, jenu alsi kandeya, which should be toasted, ground, and then added to your juice. This is the most amazing juice you can have, which is a detox juice which has got the essential fats. Look at the pinya and my sales at manjitshop.co.uk, my email ID manjitkaur51@yahoo.co.uk, my telephone number 078868800591. Appointments book karo from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday, but do not call on a Monday after 8 p.m. Another good show to take you, folks. I hope you have enjoyed the show. You will be looking at your targets of your life. Take care of yourself and each other. Goodbye and Sat Sri Akal.